South Africans still believe they have the largest music industry in Africa. That is actually a force. You guys need to understand that statistics needs to actually play a role. Population is a factor when you're talking about the size of music industry. Access to internet. We have over 122 million internet active users in Nigeria. That is to show you the size of the digital landscape or entertainment industry in Nigeria. And also realize that in your country you have only 43 million internet active users. How can you be better than a country with 122 million internet active users? These South Africans went to my comment section to say, you know what? Africa's largest music industry is South Africa, not Nigeria. African music grew because revenue from Africa's largest music industry. I don't seem to understand what he's trying to put there, because there's no adequate statistics backing that up. And somebody came out to say you are delusional. Somebody came out and say they play. That should be in Nigeria. And another person came out to say Nigeria has the largest music industry in Africa. Please do your research. Ignorance is not an excuse in this modern world. Nigeria has an estimated $4.8 billion projected for 2024. South Africa follow Nigeria with a couple of statistics also. Then Ghana should be like number 3 or number 4. Please don't mislead or misinform people to make yourself feel good. When they go to your comment section, all they are struggling, especially South Africans, Ghanaians, Cameroonians, all those people, what they are concerned about is, yes, I want to make a statement so that I'll feel good. The reality is that Nigeria has the biggest or the largest music industry in Africa. So any other person, now they know the position where they go drag right now. That is what we can really say based on statistics on ground. And the quality of songs from Nigeria, you cannot compare it to that of South Africa or some countries. Based on recent reports, statistics, evidence are there. Checking the domination of Nigerian music on Grammy nomination of African artists, you will understand that Nigerians are really having a qualitative music and industry to an extent, and that is playing a major role. The likes of Don Jazzy, the likes of Two-Face Dibia, the likes of D'banj, these guys actually pioneered a lot of things in the music industry. Now the video, Burna Boy, Wizkid, we have Rema, we have Irasta, we have Tiwa Savage, a lot of others. They are really pushing this beyond the shores of this country, causing envy for other African countries. They need to realize that we still give respect to Angelique Kidjo because she is one of the biggest music acts or exports in Africa. I respect Angelique Kidjo. We are not going to fight her on that. She realized that, yes, apart from me, the Republic of Benin music industry is really suffering a lot, and they need collaborative measures from other African countries, and that is why they are partnering with Nigerians. The likes of Asake, Davido, SARS, and a lot of others were in Benin Republic, actually had a groove of their time. I think that will spotlight a lot of music artists in Benin Republic. A lot of people have started making noise about it. Since Ghana is really shutting their doors against Nigerians, we are picking other African countries, and in no time, these African countries we are picking right now will be better than you. That is something you need to understand. We can always make stars out of them. What is your own take about my story so far? I want you to put that in the comment section. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon, to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. 6 African biggest music export of 2023.
I want problems always.
I want to talk about it, and a lot of people may not agree with my list, while some other persons may be comfortable and happy with the list. I want you to put your own comment in the comment section, because this is a bit controversial to many. Why it is not controversial to us, we have to consult a lot of statistics and a lot of data to actually come up with this particular list.
The statement maker.
I'm going to start from number 6 down to number 1. It's going to be an interesting one so far.
You are tribalistic.
On number 6, we have a person of Thames. Thames, actually 27-year-old singer, is one of the biggest exports of music in Africa to the world. She has Oscar nomination and she is a Grammy awardee. She got a lot of credits to her name, writing songs for the likes of Beyonce, Rihanna, and a lot of big persons across the globe. That is a big win for her. And the first Nigerian female to get an Oscar nomination. That is a big win. She is a big export. Alongside Future and Drake, she got a Grammy, and that is to show you the quality of her songs and writing skills. On number 5, we have Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage is a big export in the industry, and Tiwa Savage has actually impacted in the music environment in Nigeria and in Africa. She is being regarded as the queen of Afrobeat, and a lot of people cannot dispute that based on her contributions to Afrobeat to an extent. She has written songs for Babyface and a lot of others across US, and she has been a backup singer to a lot of notable, songwriters across the globe. And she was at Windsor, performed at King Charles' coronation. That is a big win for Nigeria and Africa at the time. And a lot of people can really attest to that, understand that from a different point of view. And she made the list on number 5. Number 4 on my list is a person of Burna Boy. Burna Boy is one of the biggest exports in Nigeria, in Africa, in terms of Afrobeat, because he has put in a lot of efforts, a lot of work. He is making a lot of names for himself right now. He recently dropped an album called I Told Them that got 4 Grammy nominations. That is a big one, the biggest in Africa right now. And a lot of people are saying that yes, he's got a lot to offer within a period of time. Burna Boy is a guy we need to watch out for 2024, because he's got a lot coming in. Number 3, we have Wizkid. Wizkid is a big Nigerian artist, a big African artist, one of the biggest artists in Africa. I think is now one of the biggest exports in terms of Afrobeat to an extent. A lot of people can really attest to that based on the wins he's made over a period of time. Over a decade right now, Wizkid has been in the music scene, giving us back to back and representing Nigeria and Africa, West Africa at a time like this. This guy is one of the biggest music exports, and we cannot really dispute that. He has one of the biggest albums called Made in Lagos album. That album is still on chart, the longest charting album in Africa right now. That is a big one for Wizkid Dio. What is your own take about my list so far? You can put that in the comment section so that we can talk about it further. Number 2 on my list is a person of Davido. Davido is one of the biggest artists in Africa right now. He has one of the biggest albums in Africa called Timeless. A lot of people can really attest to that based on the chartings of that Timeless album to an extent. And somehow Davido has actually impacted in the lives of many people outside the music industry, and that made Davido one of the most influential artists in Africa, or one of the most influential personality in Africa. That is one thing I can really attest to based on his winnings at a time like this. This guy has become a big music export across Africa, and we have to give it to him. Recently he came out with his Timeless album. That album is one of the biggest albums right now. One of the biggest songs on the continent is Unavailable from Davido's Timeless album. He got 3 Grammy nominations from that album, and somehow we are really excited. The first time Davido is being nominated for a Grammy. Number 1 on my list is Angelique Kidjo.